Okay, here we are again. Another wonderful day. I did not get my super awesome work project done today like I'd hoped to. I did, however, get a pretty large chunk of it done, and for that, I am very excited. And, I mean, we have to take what progress we can get. I feel very hot right now, and I don't know why. So I will turn on my air conditioning. It is 60 degrees outside. It's like winter is officially left, and we now have wonderful fall weather, which I will embrace. These people who are in charge of the billboard are kind of chaotic, and I get it. They want to get their money, and they've probably been ripped off enough times or had to chase money enough times that it was a problem. But so they won't entertain the artwork until you sign your I don't think that someone I knew, but I don't think he saw me. At any rate, they won't let you put your artwork up. Okay, let me start over because I got distracted by my friend. They will not let you work the artwork until you've signed the contract. And then they won't put your artwork up until you've put your first payment in. And so the contract, I called this person on Friday the 3rd. Nope, Friday the 2nd. I called this person on Friday the 2nd, and then they sent over the contract for me to review and sign. I reviewed and signed the contract on Sunday the 4th, and then they are wanting to tell me that my payment is now due Monday the 5th. And I'm like, okay, you guys haven't even done my artwork yet. I'm not going to pay anything until I see the artwork that's going to be up on this billboard. And now that we've agreed on the artwork, okay, I will send you all payment. But then they're like, oh, well, if you pay by credit card, you accrue a 3% charge, that dreaded transaction fee, which, on a really minuscule transaction isn't that big of a deal, but we're talking hundreds of dollars, and so my transaction fee would be another $30. And I was like, I'm not paying extra $30 just for the convenience of using my debit card. That's not going to happen. And so they're like, oh, well, you can do an ACH transfer as well. I was like, I don't want to set up an ACH transfer. I feel like an old, grumpy, stubborn man right now. But I was like, you guys accept checks? And they're like, yes, we do. I was like, all right, then I will send you a check because I'm not paying a cent extra than I have to, and I'm not giving you access to my bank account. And so now they're all freaking out because the lady who's in charge of the ad campaign is like, you should see the message below from our finance manager. And she's emailing internally, and she's like, are you ready to post this billboard? And she's like, well, I can schedule it, but I'm not going to post it till he pays. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are a bunch of dramatic fools. I will send you a check in the mail. We've already had this conversation. Just have some patience. I am a working man, and I do work a lot, so it's not easy for me to just get away from the office and pay people large lump sums of money. So yes, the check will be coming. Calm down. And gosh, why is this traffic worse than 5 o'clock traffic? It is 4:44, and the traffic is worse than it normally is when I leave at 5 or 5:30. Apparently 4:30 is the high traffic hour. I was hoping to get out of here at a good time because I have a friend coming over today. This week's productivity is going to be shot in the foot. So I had a migraine last night, didn't get anything done. I have a friend coming over tonight, won't get anything done. And then I'm hanging out with a friend Saturday, and I'm hanging out with a different friend Sunday, and you guessed it, won't get anything done. So this week is going to be just a shot in the pants kind of week. It's going to be like, whoop, here it is, whoop, now it's gone, and then we'll move on to the next week. And we'll just keep on keeping on, but it's just, I've got so much going on that having a non-productive week is not fun. A lot of professionals advise towards that. They're like, if you want to succeed, as cruel as it is, you should cut off your family and your friends, because they're getting in the way of that. And you're forming a new life, and if they're constantly calling you to go hang out with them and do stuff with them, then they're pulling you away from that new life. And I'm hoping that I can maintain enough of a balance to where that isn't the case. But like weekends like this, I do see it, and I'm like, I get where they're coming from, because that's 48 hours of pure productivity down the drain. But like to the same end, I need to reset. And like driving myself insane with productivity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is not healthy either. And like I have been largely ignoring my regular friends on Xbox because I knew that this was going to be an unproductive week. But like I'm starting to miss those guys, and I want to go talk to them now. And so I don't know. I'll probably talk to them Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this week will probably be completely shot. And I will talk to them Friday, and I will hang out with someone Saturday, hang out with someone Sunday, and we will call it a day. I don't know at this point in time what's going on, but we'll figure it out, just as we always do. I just hope we figure it out sometime sooner rather than later. But oh, it looks like there's an accident up here. That makes a little bit more sense as to why the traffic was so dreadful. I was like, why is the traffic so stinking stupid? We got on this meeting and everybody was talking about the Super Bowl, which is apparently this weekend. Didn't even know it. And I was like, oh, okay, Super Bowl's this weekend. That's cool. And they were all, because the Missouri's team is going to the Super Bowl, so everybody's yakety-yakking about that. And I'm just like, is this going to be a productive meeting, or can I go back to work? Like, it's not, well, it is that I don't care for this conversation, but I also, like, care for the fact that I'm knee-deep in a project, didn't even want to attend this meeting. I'm here at this meeting, and all you guys want to talk about is bullcrap. I don't care. I don't care. And then somebody else brought up something that was very interesting and important to me, and hopefully we get that sorted, because things will be most disappointing if they don't. And if we're presenting it to the world that these things are happening, that could be dreadful. And so hopefully, why are people honking? There's clearly an accident. Like, don't go honking at people because of an accident. What is interesting is that the cops haven't, like, pulled this person off the road. Like, is their car undrivable? I feel like step one when you're in an accident is, like, if your car is drivable still, I mean, obviously it's going to be in wrecked shape, get off the road. I remember I've only been involved in 2 accidents. I was not driving either time, but I was passengered for 2 accidents, and both times the driver pulled off the road so that they weren't impeding traffic. And it's like, okay, like that person's car did not look that banged up to where it could not drive anymore. I've seen demolition derbies, but I'm not going to judge too much on the matter. I'm just going to do what I need to do and carry on with my day. I'm not going to let it get in my way. I just wish I was home a little earlier, because I did leave closer to on time today. So it's nice to be able to leave close to on time and actually get home close to on time. Once again, I've got people coming over, and I don't know for how long they'll be around, but for however long they're around, I'm not going to be doing any of the stuff that I normally would do. Plus, I just need to make sure, like, general housekeeping, make sure the house is cleaned up enough. Like, I'm not expecting this person to walk into a spotless house, though I am expecting them to walk into a somewhat clean environment. So we will see what the world has to offer. And I am beating myself up right now because I made a lasagna to eat on throughout the week, and I should not have done that. My stomach is not handling that well. I am lactose intolerant, but sometimes I have this food and it doesn't bother me all that much, and sometimes I have it and it just tears me a new one. And I think the problem right now is the consecutiveness of it. Is like I'm just eating these deeply cheesy meals day after day after day, night after night after night. I even had a cheesy meal last night for dinner, And I was like, this is a bad idea. You've had cheese all week. You need to lay off the cheese, bro. And I made it anyway because it was lazy and I had to throw something together. And I didn't know what else to do. And so I made myself a cheap, cheesy tortilla thing. And I have to remember to hold my tripod because I keep going back and watching these videos where the camera is incredibly shaky. And I don't want to have a shaky camera while I'm doing this stuff. So I am just going to speed up. Vroom, vroom. Zoom, zoom. And yes, right now there is a general negativity at work, and I am so over it because every time I go on the floor, which I don't do very often, and maybe this is like my employees' technique to like keep me away, but like every time I'm on the floor, they're dragging me down with just petty stuff. And I'm like, is it that important? And like I said, it's to the point now where I just dread going out there. But I have to go out there because I am actively doing major process improvement projects, and the processes will never improve if the projects don't happen. And so I'm just like, okay, I have to pull up my big boy pants and decide to go out there and do the thing. This person beside me apparently wants to race because I'm in the passing lane going well over the speed limit, and they're just neck and neck with me. So congratulations, blonde lady in a Jeep. You wanted to race, and I didn't really want to race, but we raced anyway. And she's probably going to end up passing me because she's going insanely fast in the not passing lane, but I don't care. It's like, learn how to drive the speed limit or don't drive. Because then, like, I'm trying to, anyway, people are lame. And they drive lame because they are lame. And not all people are lame. There's a lot of good people out there, but right now I'm just frustrated. Mostly because my project would be done by now if I knew I didn't have to wait on the IT department to do their part of my project, which, like, they really shouldn't even have any part to do in this project. They should just be good, but that's not the case. Not the case at all. And so now I have to sit here, suffer and succotash, and try and get all this stuff figured out and dealt with. And so, I don't know, hopefully it's not that big of a deal, but just really want to get my project done. I was so excited to be able to do that, and today was going to be the day. And I went to the place and I got the stuff, and I got a whole bunch of other stuff. And I just need to, like I said, I need to be able to get the project done. And I think the biggest problem with a lot of these projects is I don't know that they're ever, like, done to completion. Like, I feel like there's always so much that I want to do that I don't do. Like, I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I don't ever do it. And then, because I know as soon as I put it up, hook it up, and put it in place, I'm going to let it just ride and do its own thing. And I'm not going to think about it anymore. And so that is a problem. And hopefully it doesn't become a major problem. Hopefully I can just keep it the way that it needs to be. But I need to make sure before I plug it in that it's completely done. Because there's another project that I've put up there that does need some work. And I just have not touched it because I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to go up there. I don't want to do anything with it. And so we will see. Hopefully things start moving in the right direction and we can start getting what we need to get. But people are very needy in my job environment. I said I was not going to talk about work all that much, and I don't think that what I have said here is at all dangerous. It's just very vague generalization, so I'm not going to cut myself down on that one. I had this video where I manned an ice storm, and like it was like a gnarly ice storm. There were so many people who could not make it to work. They shut down highways, did all this mess, and I drove and made it to work that day. And I filmed a video, and I was so daggum excited and proud of myself for having done that. But then I didn't upload the video because I talked about work too much, and I was like, if the wrong people saw this, they would probably be able to figure out who I was talking about, and that would be a problem. So I should probably just not post this. But then here I have like conversations like this one where I feel like it's broad enough to where it's like I don't think anyone's going to be hurt or taken like made upset or whatever by what I've said here. Like, it's just general negativity. I haven't said that any one person's being negative. I haven't given names. I haven't said anything like that. It's just general negativity. Like, and I don't know what it is, but it's in the air and I can't get rid of it, and I'm tired of it. So every time I go up to the floor, it's just like, "Wah!" And I'm like, I don't wanna. I don't know why. Just leave me alone. So anyway, hopefully I can just get into a good rhythm and just do my thing. And hopefully I can get home at a decent time. I'll have half an hour before this person gets off work, and then I'll have another probably half an hour before they get to my house. Then we will order food, and then we will do what we've got to do and work from there. He's really quite excited about this project that we have going on, and it's not that I'm not excited about it. I just have so many other things going on that this project is honestly going to probably take a back seat. I have a hair on my face and I don't want it to go into my eye. All right, there we go. I'm good. Anyway, take a back seat to the projects that I have going on. I have another book that my brother Kanan, I am in the midst of editing that book and trying to get it out to the world. And then I'm managing several different marketing campaigns and really just trying my darndest to get somewhere and to do something. And so hopefully I will get somewhere and I will do some things. And I will start to finally get some traction on these darn books. And I can get to a place where I can tell the work, c'est la vie. I don't really despise my work by any means. I want my time back is what I keep telling people. I don't hate my job. It's nothing like that. I quite enjoy it, realistically speaking. I just want my time back. I think about all the things that I can accomplish in the 4 to 6 hours between getting home from work and going to bed. And I'm like, imagine if you had, let's see, I wake up at 5 most days, and I don't go to bed again until 10. So from 5 to 5, so that's 15 hours. Because from 5 to 5, wait, no, that's more. Is that 17 hours? Because from 5 to 5 is 12, and then you add another 5 to that is 17. It's like, imagine what I could do in 17 hours. It's like right now I'm knocking that out of the park in 6, if that. Like if I get home today at 5 and I go to bed at 5 or at 10, then I've only got 5 hours to get stuff knocked out. But it's like, imagine what I could do in 17. And like I have that available to me on weekends, and I have mad productivity. I get a lot of stuff done, and I still am able to be social, have a social life. And I was like, imagine if that was just my existence, if that was just how I was. And that honestly feels pretty darn good. I hope that other people have that luxury, and I hope that if I ever do get to a point where I'm doing this full time, I can maintain that productivity. There's always the worry that like when you have more time on your hands, you have more time for procrastination, but I don't think that would ever happen because I do inherently enjoy writing. And so long as I continue to enjoy it and I have nothing else to do with my time, there should be no reason why I can't knock out a good chunk of writing every day. And so that would be my goal. And I'm sure like at first it would be tough, but it wouldn't be impossible. The Writers Guild that I was a part of for a very long time, a lot of their majority of their members are retired, and they just used it really as a retirement community to go talk to people or whatever. But they were throwing up the same excuses that people with jobs were throwing up. They were just like, oh my gosh, there just isn't enough time in the day. I can't get anything done. And like, I'm like, you have no excuse. You have nothing going on. Like, you have no time commitments. You can, I'm sure you make plans, sure. But to say that you have no time to carve out an hour a day for writing, like, that's not that much. And when you have 17 at your disposal. And so hopefully I don't get to that point where I'm not working. Well, my thing is, if I get to the point where I'm not working, I'm going to need to write to continue getting some sort of income. And so if I get to that point in life where I'm not working, then I'm going to have to motivate myself to write so that I can maintain my lifestyle. And so hopefully I can go ahead and get to do what I need to do, and I can maintain, and I can continue to be an awesome person. And maybe not, but that is my goal. And as long as I am steadily making progress on it, today, or this year, I am attacking it with more ferocity than I have ever attacked it in the past. And I think a large portion of that is because, I just saw my parents, I think a large portion of that is because where was I going with that? See, I keep seeing people I know and it distracts me. A large portion of that is because of where I am in life and the amount of finances I have to play with. And I'm meeting with a financial advisor on Friday to see what my plans are there. And I'm interested to see what he comes up with. It's going to be hard for me to justify paying. He wants $2,000 right out the gate, and then he wants another $200 every month. And it's going to be very tough for me to justify paying that money. Like, you have to pay money to make money. I get that. But it's just going to be tough for me to be like, oh yeah, let me just give him all this money to do these things that he says so that I can retire, when I feel like a lot of it I can do myself. And maybe that's my own stubbornness talking. The whole reason why I wanted to hire this person was because I don't have enough time really to seriously sit down and think about that kind of stuff. And so I was like, I just want someone else to worry about it. And is it worth $2,000 up front and $200 a month to figure that out? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. I'm just not a fan of monthly payments, and this is how I have managed to be debt-free for as long as I have. And so I will just give him the floor and let him present to me his information, and if I'm impressed, I'll go with it. If I'm not, I won't. All right, thank you all for your time. Bye.